think this is what you're getting. You know what I mean? This is what you're getting. This is who Loren is. So you have to kind of think within yourself, is this who you want to be with?
That's okay.
Push me to make
I'm
a
not
decision.
pushing you.
It's a no.
Wow.
Yeah, Faith is finally seeing the light in dramatic fashion.
It's a no.
But nevertheless, she made the bold move of breaking up with Loren in front of everyone on part 3 of the 90-Day Fiancé tell-all. This comes shortly after she shocked us by saying they got back together. We'll talk about what led to her new revelation, plus...
You better hope I never see you out in public.
Niles has a disturbing message for Adnan.
Parts of him would be found. Parts.
And Vanja reveals more details about how Josko broke her trust.
Without my knowledge, he took a video of us while we were being intimate.
Oh, hell no.
Let's talk about it. Hey, 90 Day Fans fam, it's Melicia.
No, step back.
Guys, just make sure that you're not gonna get physical.
Step back, step back, step back.
This week's episode picks back up on Niles confronting Adnan for being rude during his segment with Matilda and Mr. Ark.
Adnan,
It's not nice to meet you.
you better hope I never see you out in public.
Ooh.
Catch me outside, how about that?
Niles continues to surprise me with his comments. Michelle says Niles isn't without flaws. Niles needs to turn it down. Unnecessary posturing. You know what? Once I think about it, I wonder, is this a form of masking?
Masking is something that some autistic people do to try and mirror what we think is the norm in that situation.
You better hope I never see you out in public.
Is he saying what he thinks he should say in these situations? Or is he really about it? About it. Is he really about it? I forgot where I was for a second.
Adnan the he lives down in Texas. Woe unto him if he runs his mouth like to a Texan the way he ran his mouth to me. Parts of him would be found. Parts.
That's dark and extreme. Niles might be watching a little bit too much TV. Now I'm wondering, what is the real reason he got fired from his previous job? Did he go off on somebody?
Adnan the
Fast forward.
Are you together today?
No, not there today.
It's Josko and Vanja's turn in the hot seat, and he explains why he felt the need to break up with Vanja after he told her she's not only the one for him, but the mother he wants for his adopted son.
We were talking like twice a day, every single day, and then not a single time that she would ask me about how my kid was doing. And that's not someone I would like to spend a life with, you know.
I got to the point where we were trying to figure out which room in the house was going to be the kids' room and how my life would change. I was going to give up my dance room and make it into a child's room and everything. He knows that I was trying to make the strides in the right direction. He just ended things.
The conversation quickly switches to their sex life, just as quick as it did on their first date.
God, your muscles are so amazing. Oh, you're shivering.
Please, no more shrinkage. Somebody got excited.
Vanja claims they didn't go all the way during their time in Croatia. It wasn't until he came to visit her in Orlando.
So how was sex with Josko after all of that anticipation?
Oh my God, it was great.
Look at him. She goes on to stroke his ego, not on purpose. It looks like she's just being honest.
When you have such an amazing connection with someone, of course, you know, the feelings come out and it's just magical.
And this next moment shows how when you give some people your hand, they try to take your whole arm. After Vanja basically shared that Josko is good in bed, it seems like he wanted to keep the conversation going. So when asked if he used her,
I didn't come to Orlando with a thought, oh, we're gonna have sex and then I'm gonna break up with her. That's completely unrealistic.
he randomly says this.
Back in Croatia, we didn't want to engage sexually in the beginning. And then when I came to Orlando, that kind of started to build up like 3 or 4 times a day. You know, sex-wise, I don't know if it's a glass half empty or half full. Either I'm too big for her or she's too small for me. We did like one or two positions all the time.
Wow, thank you for sharing.
I don't know if he's feeling insecure about what we saw and he's trying to prove himself or what, but that was so unnecessary to share. Is he mad at her because of that? And he just wanted to get it off his chest? To me, it comes off as if he tore her down to lift himself up, or at least he thought he was lifting himself up.
Wow, thank you for sharing.
Wow.
That's
It
very
didn't
classy.
bother-
That's very classy.
It
Very
didn't bother
classy.
me, but I enjoyed
Very
it a lot.
classy,
I enjoyed
unnecessary.
it a lot.
It didn't bother you, but you're bringing it up in front of strangers? That's a low blow.
I wasn't gonna go here because this was very emotional for me, but I'm gonna share it now that you shared that. Without my knowledge, he took a video of us while we were being intimate.
What?
Yeah, Bojo, some of this is your fault because she came to Croatia to meet you and you dumped her and she ended up meeting him. Let me stop. That's petty, but there is a little part of me that actually feels that way. Not saying it's right.
Without my consent, without my knowledge, violated my privacy, my body, so unacceptable. And he thought it was an okay, cool thing to do. He was proud of himself for doing it.
This smirk on his face has to go. Vanja says she found out because Josko told her right after he did it. It's something they talked about doing together, but he ended up filming them without letting her know.
That's not circulating anywhere, is it?
Well, I made him delete it.
We talked about it before, and it was something that in my head kind of I developed a story about the consent, but it wasn't there. Once she saw it, she was completely devastated, and I apologized multiple times. It's not something that you do. It's not something how you treat a woman. I did it to spice things up between us.
Spice things up? He's acting like they've been together for months or years. They were together for 10 days. From the beginning, he's moved kind of fast when it comes to the physical aspect of their relationship. And I thought all was well because she was going along with it. I just thought they had very strong physical chemistry.
Very strong. Yeah, that moment was a lot.
But now, from the outside looking in my opinion, it seems as if Josko might have a bigger need for intimacy. If you get what I'm saying.
I did it to spice things up between us.
I think you know what the word yes and no means. If you don't get a yes or a no, you don't know. So therefore, because you didn't know, you shouldn't have proceeded.
Niles in his dad voice.
You shouldn't have proceeded.
It sounds as if Josko didn't want Vanja to be worried about the camera, but still, he had no business doing that.
I completely agree.
And you have deleted it, and you have deleted it from the cloud. Is that correct?
Exactly, yeah.
And this is, people are always, why have you been single so long? Why have you been celibate so long? It's because the second I give somebody a chance, something like this happens. You can't trust anyone. This is awful.
Oh, Vanja, I'm sorry. It is. Her ex-fiancé, she walked in on him kissing another woman. She flew across the world to meet Bojo for the first time. And he abruptly ended things with her romantically, the second day they were together? And Josko basically love bombs her, and because of his sexual desires, violates her privacy. It raises the question of why. She seems like a lovely woman. Why does she keep finding herself in these extremely painful situations with men?
Josko, do you still have feelings for Vanja?
There's definitely physical attraction, and that's completely undeniable. I mean,
Is that it, just physical?
do I love her? At this point, no.
I want to hug her. I know it feels so unfair.
I just wish all the best for you, for your just very capable, very beautiful, very amazing woman of so many talents, and I wish her all the best.
Vanja, you are crying over there again.
And this is the story of my life. It's heartbreaking because I give my all in a relationship, and then the other person doesn't want to pursue things with me anymore. And it's very disappointing to know that I keep giving and giving, and I get this in return.
I hear Vanja. And if I was her friend, I would tell her, cry it out. But then I would say, girl, this is not the story of your life. Your beliefs and your words are powerful. If you think this is the story of your life, it's going to continue to be the story of your life. Because we see reality through the internal stories we continue to tell ourselves, when in actuality, there's so many other things at play. Instead, let's reframe this story. Maybe she can consider that it's not just that she keeps giving and gets disappointment in return. Maybe she's being protected. I know, it sounds like something we tell ourselves to feel better, but when I look at the men we know about, Josko, Bojo, her ex-fiancé, in my opinion, these are men she shouldn't want to be with anyway, due to their lack of character. Look at their actions. If it didn't come out now, it was gonna come out at some point down the road. By them not choosing her, the way I see it, she actually dodged some bullets.
It's very disappointing to know that I keep giving and giving, and I get this in return.
Then you got to ask yourself why. And then if it takes you to look in the mirror...
I don't think
I'm not saying to blame yourself for it, but
yeah.
You know, in the end, we do have to look at the choices we make, and then we create our own problems, right?
Listen, I am perfectly happy with who I am. It's just, it's a shame that I just keep running into these situations where I am coming across wrong people for me.
I felt the exact same way. Just when things looked the darkest for me, I found Matilda.
Yeah.
I felt like I was doing all the right things, and you know what? You are doing all the right things. But if this man just decided he was gonna do you wrong, nothing you can do about that.
I see where Niles is coming from. I definitely see that perspective. At the same time, it's hard for me to settle on that idea because I'm someone who tries. And I say try because I don't always get it right. But I try to live my life with the perspective that things just don't happen to me, but they happen for me. Our pain can lead us to some growth and a sense of purpose that we wouldn't have experienced without it. Personally, I don't think it's helpful to just chalk it up to bad luck. Maybe her picker is off. There's some internal belief or unresolved hurt from the past she's not even consciously aware of that keeps driving her toward these men who leave her with the same familiar feeling. I've been there before. Or maybe it's a chance for a deeper sense of self-love. Or maybe it's not time for the right person to come into her life. The maybes are endless. That being said, if Vanja keeps finding herself in a pattern of giving her all to the wrong type of person, I think it's worth more introspection on her part. Not saying she'll find something, but I think it's worth taking a look.
My only mistake is making the video. I had really good intentions with her. It didn't work out, but I'm glad we tried. She's gorgeous, she's amazing, and I wish for her to meet someone that will respect her and love her more than me, and definitely more than Bojo.
Not him throwing Bojo in there. I wish Vanja the absolute best. I am thoroughly interested in seeing how her love journey continues to play out. She seems like a good woman, and she deserves a good man.
He's a good man, Savannah. A good man.
If you know, you know. All right, finally.
I don't know why I'm emotional.
Hey, stop crying like you're losing the diamond or you're losing $10 million. Just, Loren, stop crying for that.
This is probably the first time this tell-all that I've agreed with something Adnan has said.
If she wants to cry, let her cry.
Faith has clearly been uneasy ever since she revealed she's back in a relationship with Loren. And to make matters worse, this episode, it seems as if Loren tried to bamboozle her into marriage again.
Loren, have you and Faith talked about, now that you're back together, how you could legally get married?
Absolutely.
And what have you come up with?
It's now legal in Taipei and Thailand to get married to Faith, because it's not legal in the Philippines. If we go there and get married, I can get a K3.
It sounds like he's still trying to use her to live in the Philippines.
The one problem you have about getting married in Thailand is that Faith does not consider you her fiancé.
Let's just make a choice by the time we go there.
Why would she go there if she's not sure?
It's a full paid vacation.
Look at Niles' face.
It blows my mind that Loren is out here trying to be a sugar daddy when he can barely afford to eat.
No, I eat out of the garbage so I continue to send money. I just quit eating for a long time.
How and why is he paying for a vacation for two people? You know what? There's no point in me asking that. It's just Loren.
She doesn't have to sleep with me or be with me. I'll just take her just because she deserves it, right?
And if she decides, you'll get married there.
Correct.
She's talking to me. We're going to Thailand to have vacation.
Oh, so it's just a vacation, not, you don't know about the plan to get engaged
Well, that's her
there?
decision, right? So, I mean, like, I'm not going to force her to get married. Yes, I talked about marriage.
It seems like she doesn't know about it, though.
To be honest, it's been surprise for me. I didn't really know what's going on. You say to me, we're going to Thailand because we're okay now, and you brought ticket quickly.
Sean Robinson goes on to ask Faith if she sees a realistic future with Loren, and she says no.
I think we are very comfortable with a friendship.
You just had to tell me that, because I know you've been weird for a long time. Why didn't you just tell me this whole time?
Because I told you every day that I headache because I'm stressed out. I don't know how to make a decision.
Yeah, because making that decision...
Loren, how much money have you sent Faith?
I think like $8,000 to $10,000.
Also means deciding to cut off the extra financial help she was receiving for her family.
So Faith, are you ending this relationship now?
Very hard decision.
Faith, I think right now, like, you need to be straight to the point.
That's okay.
Push me to make
I'm
a
not
decision.
pushing you.
It's a no.
Wow.
It's a no.
Whew, you can tell how hard that was for her. But I'm glad she did it and didn't allow comfortability or familiarity or fear to keep her in a relationship she doesn't want to be in. That is one of the worst feelings when you're ready to go, but you're not going, you know? Anyway, my faith has been restored in Faith. For now. Who knows what she's gonna say next week? On part 4, the final part of the tell-all.
I can tell that you're hurt. I'm sorry, Loren.
It's okay. I know she's hurting a lot.
He clearly is too. That cry looks painful.
So where do you go from here now? Just think she's gonna come back again?
That's the first time I've personally seen Loren show some emotion that matches the moment.
Compared to what we've seen in the past.
My penis is upset. You know, a little discharge. So now, today, we're gonna deal with that fun fact. I know she's hurting a lot.
It tugged on my heartstrings a bit. All right, 90 Day Fans fam, take care of yourselves. Thanks for hanging with me. Make sure you stick with ET because we are covering it all. I will see you next time.